Hey, scrappy people. It's Tracy Reed here today, and I am back with another spread in my 2016 December Daily Catch-Up album. And today I'm working on a spread about my sister and her family coming over and all of us making cookies together. So I thought that this cute little craft card with the squiggly lines that looks like icing would be perfect for this spread. So I'm just going to stick down all of my photos on these cards that I had already printed or picked out in my very first video in this series. And I'm also going to pick another 3x4 card because I had rearranged everything and I needed another 3x4 card to replace one that I had moved. So just making sure, checking the placement and making sure that I have everything where it is supposed to go before I choose another card. There we go. So I'm just using some paper scraps and adding some more layering to this card to break up that black a little bit because I didn't want there to be too much black, since most of the photos in this spread are black and white. And I'm using the Cocoa Daisy November pocket and 12 by 12 kits, which are nice and wintry and perfect for speed scrapping this December daily album, which actually really isn't a December daily, it's just kind of a December recap album. But you can see all of the cards work together nicely with the papers that I'm using, and it just makes it so simple to pull this layout together. So I'm going to pull up some die cuts and some other bits and pieces from this collection. And I have all of these circles cut out from that 6x8 divider that I cut in the first video in this series. So I'm going to incorporate some of those throughout the album as well, so I'm not wasting any of my scraps, because you know me, I cannot waste scraps. This spread came together really quickly though. This video is only 8 minutes long and it's only sped up by 2, and I didn't cut anything out, so the whole spread itself took about 16 minutes. And what's really cool is I used some of the digital printables to create a really neat recipe divider. So that is going to come up at the end, and I think you'll be kind of geeked out like me to see that. I'm incorporating this felt bow, and to be honest, I'm not a big fan of these felt bows, but I feel like I want to use them. So I covered up the mess on the table in front of my sister and my husband, her husband, in the photo, and I thought it was kind of fun the way it turned out. So I'm going to add a title onto this card, and the card says December or winter bucket list, and I'm just going to put cookies on here because I didn't have much of a bucket list last year, but cookies are on my bucket list for every day, so I thought that that would be perfect for this card. I'm just rearranging the letters here so that they fit. And of course I'm super perfectionist about it, so it takes me a second to get that done. Perfectionist in that I want them to all fit, I suppose, because they're all kind of kooky. So just adding a few more embellishments here. I didn't want to detract too much from the photos, so I'm not going to add too much. But you know me, I can't leave just a photo on the card. There's got to be something on there to go with it. Rearranging that bow a little bit. I'm gonna add more to this cookie's title. I add yum or nom. I add nom because I felt like it was still a little bit empty, and I didn't really have too much journaling, so I didn't want to add journaling to that card because I will be adding it to the craft card. Then I'm going to add this cute little hot cocoa cup to that photo. We didn't have hot cocoa, but I thought it was a good sentiment for that card. Now I'm going to add my journaling. You know, you guys know I hate my handwriting, but I'm still using it for everything all the time. Makes me nuts, but I use it for posterity. That, and I'm kind of lazy and I don't want to print things out. So handwriting it is. Finish up the journaling on that card, and this is just about done. Gonna add some labels to this card and journal a little bit about how my oldest is kind of over the cookie decorating phase. He's not a huge fan of it, so I'm gonna write about how he decorated a couple cookies and then left because he was done. And now I'm going to start slipping them all into pockets because I think I am just about done here. And after I slip them into the pockets is when I realized that, you know what, I really need to put the cookie recipe in this binder. And so I take the digital printables and I created a recipe page in Photoshop using the printables, and you'll see it here in just a second as soon as I get these cards in. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you gave it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I'd love it if you subscribed, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section. There is that printable. Thank you so much. Bye.